And we are with a very young and talented young man hapa hivi kwenye studio. Nitakuwa nakupeleka pale hivyo moja kwa moja, we have a discussion with him. But usisahau ya kwamba tunakuhimiza mtazamaji ukafika pale hivyo Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality, where we are telling you we are defining a culture of professional excellence. If you want to study with one of the best colleges in Nakuru and its environs, visit them today at Equator House, a 4th floor next to Ereto Bookshop. Katika masuala yote yako ya kuelimika na kuelimishwa vizuri sana, na nitakuwa nakupeleka moja kwa moja hadi to the guest of today. Good morning.
Good morning.
Uko salama?
Niko fit.
Weekend yako ilikuwa aje?
Ilikuwa poa. The week also was good. Sipokuwa maandamano hapa na pale. But the weekend was good.
Yes, you can greet our viewers pale hivyo nyumbani at their workplaces and tell them who you are.
Hello guys, my name is Raymond Muthee. I'm a journalist and voiceover artist, and I'm happy to meet you here today.
Umesema ni journalist and voiceover artist.
Yeah.
Tafadhali director, usiseme unanivuta kazi sasa. New story. But how long have you been a voiceover artist?
Well, I've done this for about 4 years now. This should be going to the 5th year now. And well, I was starting out from 2018. Nimefanya kidogo professionally vizuri, naweza sema nimefanya around 3 years.
3 years. For hizo professionally at 3 years, how has it been?
Imekuwa learning experience. You see, when you get into a craft that you know nothing about, and people just keep telling you have a good voice, you should do something with it. When you get into it, at first it scares you because you meet people who have tens of years of experience. This morning I was talking to someone who has 21 years experience in voiceover. So when you're getting into the industry, alafu unakuta hawa wase wote, it's crazy because you know it is a field that inahitaji a lot of talent na a lot of creativity. But down the line around 2-3 years in, nikaanza kurealize it is something that you build consistently. So nowadays it doesn't scare me as much as it used to kitambo. And I think I'm learning a lot honestly from the people wenye wako kwa industry na wenye wana learn pia kama mimi. So it has been a great experience. It's not something I would give for anything.
When growing up, did you realize that one day wanting to be a voiceover artist?
No, in fact I wanted to be an architect.
An architect.
True story, I wanted to be an architect. But somewhere along the lines of high school, kafika mahali nika realize I have a lot of interest in the media, especially photography. So nikafika mahali nikaanza kufanya photojournalism pole hapo high school nini. I used to post newspapers for people on the notice board. So nasoma stories na sema iko poa nini. So after that nikaenda campus, but sasa nikienda campus I changed the trajectory kabisa. Nikaenda kufanya journalism and mass communication. So along the way sasa ndio nilianza kurealize I could actually do something with my voice. Because I realized before I got into campus, and then when I got into campus it was serious because we had a community radio station in our school. So I used to do content for them pole. It is something I literally realized not more than 5 years ago.
Not more than 5 years
Not more than 5 years ago.
Ngoja. Director. 5 years ago, what were you doing? Umejirealize ama bado hujajirealize? What was this director of ours doing 5 years ago?
I think I know him as well. He's the one. He should tell us what he was doing.
Other people are realizing themselves, ulikuwa unafanya nini? Ulikuwa tu kugaidi. But have you gotten any challenges in this industry?
The biggest challenge is getting people to trust your craft. That is the biggest challenge. When I speak to you right now, it will be hard to tell what I can do nikiingia kwa studio. As in, it is an art like any other. Unaona vile ukutana na actor kwa street hata huwezi jua kwanga actor until umeone kwa TV. So getting people to trust you without them having seen your work is hard. But you see, you mitigate that by posting your work online. Like my TikTok really helps me to get clients. Na pia put my craft out there. So as a young voice artist, the only challenge inakuanga ni I think ni mbili tu. New clients na getting paid for your voice. People have not, the larger majority have not accepted that you can actually be paid for speaking. You can actually be paid to speak. When I come to sell your product and not sell it the usual way, that is me using my voice to sell your product.
Tafadhali elaborate hapo hivi. Umesema speaking. The director anakuja hapa aanze kuongea aseme tumlipe. Elaborate that.
Well, voiceover like I said, voiceover ni kama acting. When you give me your product, unaniambia I'm selling, for instance, this phone. This phone, iko na hizi features. You have to create an audio, ama you have to speak in a manner that watu wakisikiza hiyo audio wako interested, wana learn, na wako captivated. As in, you're able to engage them from the start to the end. That's for commercials. Voiceovers are wide. We have documentaries, we have e-learning, we have a lot of content that is done by voiceovers. I want you to imagine when you're watching a YouTube video and it's for instance, it's about Afghanistan, and then it's on YouTube. Na haina sauti, iko tu na picha peke yake. How fast will you tune out? Very fast. Lakini mtu akikuelezea what is happening huko nini, that is voiceover sasa. They put life to production. So it's a craft like any other. Yeah, so ni kama tu acting. We just call it, in fact, there's a branch of voiceover called voice acting. Kama these popular shows and they are in other languages and then translated to a local language. So kama hizo, you see, that's voiceover. Yeah.
When you are doing a voiceovers, what is this something that makes you to do it all over again kila wakati?
I think I've fallen in love with it. I usually do it. I can wake up in the middle of the night and do it. I think it's not, I don't struggle anymore because I've identified my niche. It's in commercials, in documentaries, and narrations. So here, radio imaging. I've done a lot of work for radio imaging with big brands in Kenya and of course abroad. Yeah, the money is good. Yeah.
Pesa muhimu.
Pesa muhimu. If you can get paid for something that you don't strain to do, do it again and again.
Tafadhali hiyo sikuwa advice na advice, una advise the director juu. It will be a wrong advice for you.
Muingilia sana.
Sitachoma lakini but mtazamaji, if you're watching us for the first time, we are live on Mamlaka TV Facebook page, Grace Njeri, and all other social media platforms that we are live. Also on Mamlaka TV Pang 146 in Nakuru and its environs. Karibuni sana into today's tunaongelea about vocal techniques. If you want to be a voiceover artist, these are the things ambazo unafaa kujua, ambazo Mr. Raymond atakuwa anaweza kutuelezea. Mr. Raymond, how do I become a voiceover artist? Mimi nataka kuwa voiceover artist, nitaanza aje?
3 things. Talent, passion, and the work. You just have to put in the work. People think being a voiceover artist is having a deep voice. It's not. There are people who are voiceover artists with the most feminine of voices, if I could say. So, first of all, ukiona your talent. But you see, in other fields, they usually say hard work will beat talent any day. So if we remove talent, you have to have a passion for it. Kwa sababu it is not everybody who mwenye utapatia mic na aweze kuongea. Hata kama hakuna watu, unajua watu wengi husema ati mbele ya watu ndio utashindwa kuongea. Even if there's no crowd, very few people can take a mic and speak. So the other thing is hard work and practice. You have to practice. Every morning, like for me myself, every morning I go through a number of scripts just to look through and see, not necessarily voice them, just to read. Like if I took this newspaper right now, I can literally just read it too. Read it out loud to myself.
Unaweza tusomea.
So as in 3 things: talent, passion, creativity kidogo na hard work. Creativity in the sense that as a voiceover artist utahitaji kuproduce at some point. Kwa sababu utakuwa unapewa work na clients na wao hawana place ya kuproduce, ama hawana studio wanakupatia ndio record. So ukienda pale, you have to know what you're selling, record it, and then produce it nicely with good music na sound effects na nini. So for me, yenye ime strike sana ni practice. Like take your at least 5 minutes of time every day. Read a new paragraph somewhere, whether it's in Swahili, it's in English, just to improve your speaking skills and your language skills. That is integral. The money usually comes later. The money will come.
Money is the end game.
For me, the first breakthrough I had, I didn't, hata sikuwa naamini mtu anaweza lipa hiyo pesa ndio tu ya kuongea. But you see, I was prepared. I was prepared for the opportunity, and that's why it gave off. I'm not trying to brag, but then I think people usually say luck is when opportunity meets preparedness. That's the whole point of it.
Yes.
Practice. Even the best usually practice on a daily basis. Yeah.
When you talk of breakthrough, which is that piece that you did ambayo ikakupatia breakthrough?
It was from a client abroad. I'm actually a part of very many websites online that offer freelance work for voiceovers.
Yeah.
So for voiceover artists rather. So nilikuwa nimejoin hii platform kitambo, hata sikuwa nimewahi shughulika nayo. So I started uploading to demos are like samples. Una record, unaenda una record ukisema ukiongelea mashamba ama kitu kama hiyo, alafu unaweka tu. Alafu nilipo baadaye. So alinijenga sana. That's when I started doing. And hapo ndio nilipata breakthrough yangu ya kwanza. Then I started buying my own equipment now. Nikabuy equipment zangu. Nikakuwa ninafanya from home now.
Yeah. So when you're doing it at home, you're the one who's producing it,
Yes.
and the one who's editing it,
Yes.
then unapeana like a whole package.
You see, what happens is client atatumia script, alafu unaiangalia, you edit, maybe kama kuna edit. Kama ni final, you just record it, alafu nina edit mwenyewe, alafu namtumia. If he needs mixing, kama production in, namfanyia pia namtumia. All that is factored in for the budget yake. Yeah. So I have my own equipment and I do my own work. Yeah.
Do I need to go to study for me to become a professional voiceover artist?
No, really no. The most basic thing is practice. We have people who have graduated from the best universities in the world, but being outshined by people who didn't go to school. Because hard work will beat anything else. Every day, yani fanyanga tu zoezi. Ukifanya zoezi utakuwa sawa. So there are schools that offer voice acting actually. In Kenya, I know one in Nairobi. I don't know any other in Kenya because it's not a craft that is firmly gripped on in the country right now. As opposed to acting, there are a lot of acting schools in Kenya and music schools, but voiceovers ni tricky kidogo. But majuu pia ziko. There are a lot of schools in like the USA that teach a lot of voice acting and all those film production skills. But going to school for it might be a wise decision for me right now because I also would want to have some certification for it. But I think people will believe in your talent when they see what you can do. And then they will come to realize later, huyu jamaa hata kusomea hii kitu. But as long as you can deliver, I think it's not like medicine. Unajua medicine ndio ni kutrust, lazima nijue you are a qualified doctor.
True.
But for voiceovers, I think it's different. Being an art and being an art that is like acting, for instance. We need to see. We need to see for us to believe. Yeah. So.
Mtazamaji, if you're watching me on Facebook, Mamlaka TV is my Facebook page. Grace Njai is another Facebook page which we are live, and we are going to take a short commercial break. Na tunachukua commercial break yetu na Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality, where we are telling you we are defining a culture of professional excellence.
Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality is a state-of-the-art school offering holistic education from artisan levels to advanced diploma. We offer courses in food and beverage production, catering and accommodation, pastry and baking, culinary arts, tour guiding and operation, tourism management, tourism and business management, fashion and design from artisan level to higher diploma, sales and marketing, banking and finance, accountancy, business management, ICT, CPA courses, hairdressing and beauty therapy, cosmetology, electrical engineering and installation. We have short courses like public relations, event management, entrepreneurship, interior decorations. We also offer languages like Spanish, German, French, and Chinese. Our examining bodies are NEC, ICM, CASNEC, KASNEB, NITA, KISM. We also have hostels for those coming from distant places. For more information or inquiries, visit us at Equator House, first floor Kenyatta Lane, Nakuru, or call us on 0727 424698 or 0721 582532 or email at info@nakurucollege.ac.ke or visit our website at www.nakurucollege.ac.ke. Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality, defining a culture of professional excellence.
Thank you so much for coming back. Mtazamaji, if you're also watching us on Facebook, naona watu wengi wamefika pale hivyo kwenye mitandao. I will be giving nitakuwa nasoma comments zenyu pale hivyo kwenye mitandao. But meanwhile you can share this live broadcast to each and every one of you. Na pia kama uko pale hivyo unaenda kazini, unaweza taka kutusikiliza live and direct, you can go on Google Play Store, download Zino Radio and then search for Mamlaka TV and you'll be able to listen live and clear. Mamlaka TV is my Facebook page. Number ile kwenye screen is 0700 899 or 0721 899 kuwasiliana nami and ningetaka kusikia maoni yako about a voice over artist ama kuwa unataka voice over artist. This is the guy ambaye atakuelezea mingi and Mr. Ray, naona mtu ananiuliza, do you train someone to become a voice over artist? Do you offer trainings?
Not currently, but I have a friend who does that. His name is Henry Mwangangi. Shout out to Henry Mwangangi, a good friend of mine. He's also a good voice artist. He has worked with some of the biggest brands in the country. He does that, so he can help with that.
He can help training. So kama uko pale hivyo, Paulette, swali yako imejibiwa, you can become a voiceover artist by just being trained kidogo. For how long?
It depends. Unajua kitu nimekwambia ni consistent. Like kama mimi, it's been 4 years and I'm still learning. So it's a continuous process.
It can be also a lifetime.
It can be a lifetime, but it depends with you as a person. You just have to put in the work. I don't know, unaweza kuwa na mwalimu lakini if you're not doing the work, he or she cannot help you. Yeah.
Where?
So it just basically learn two techniques, the voiceovers, and maybe you can learn the basics kama categories and how they are produced. So maybe from there, now you can be able to pick it up by yourself. But it is a continuous learning process. Even the best I've met, they still have to put in the work. Yeah.
When we come to commercials, voiceovers, how do you handle commercial voiceovers?
Well, it depends. Mostly commercial voiceovers, unakutanganiza products. Commercial voiceovers, when you talk of commercial voiceovers, that's a broad term. But I'd love to imagine that you're thinking of maybe a TV advert, for instance, which goes for about 45 seconds to 1 minute. That basically means you have around 3 seconds. 3 seconds at the beginning and maybe 3 seconds at the end, the music, fading in and fading out and what have you. Just there about. Alafu kwa katikati, maybe you are speaking ama you are delivering. There, you can do it in several tones. You can do it in the aggressive hard sell tone. Alafu kuna ile yenye you're just calm and telling a story kama hiyo. Like if you are selling a hotel just by the beach. Huwezi kuwa unaharakisha mtu akuje kwa hotel. Na tunamwambia kuja leo nini piga hii namba, hapana. Just tell them by the views of the beach and kitu kama hiyo. Pole yani it depends with how you want to do it and pia how the client wants it and what you are selling. Mostly what you are selling dictates what your tone will be. But basically, 45 seconds to 1 minute. Yeah, so you want to tie yourself within those bands so that usipite, because peer advertising is expensive. Client hawezi kuja hapa alipie, like this is a big TV station. Client hawezi kuja hapa anataka kusell kitu alafu unamfanyia voice over ya 1 minute that second. Already amesha cross mark ya 1 minute. So inamaanisha atalipa more. Again. So tie yourself within 45 seconds, 1 minute. Mostly for commercials, radio na TV. Yeah. So understand your script, alafu understand your product, understand your audience.
I'm being tempted ama ninaambiwa na director nikupatie hii kitabu. The script iko nyuma. I'm being told by the director the script iko nyuma. You can just give us a brief voiceover to see how it sounds.
For what script exactly? Hapa naona kuna mbili.
Hapa sana.
Okay, this book is about battles from birth. This is Pastor Benson Ngang, I think.
Yes.
Okay. This is a good book. So the book talks about what? Religion. Okay, so this okay, if you give me this script, the first thing I'll look at is the topic. Topic yake ni religion. When you are talking about religion, kuna mtu akikuja hapa akona mashida zake tu. Yani you don't shout at them in the first place. So the first thing will be the tone definitely. Your mood, hiyo itakuwa too slow, alafu it's just calm. So you speak to them in like you're speaking to their ear. So often, people who face battles whose source they are unaware. It discourages and weakens, and sometimes kills them. However, the truth is that many battles are waged against a child, even before they are born, in an attempt to sabotage their purpose and destiny. It is imperative to know how to fight and win this war. Dive right into this book and find out how to live the victorious life that God has intended for you. Alafu unaweka music, unaweka nini, unaweka tu strings huko nyuma, tu violin, alafu inakuwa sawa.
Vile ambavyo umefanya hiyo advertising, naona tu ki-advertise uuze tu mtu once and for all. Kuletee mtu hapa muuze.
Tuuze producer, director wenu.
Tunaweza muuza, tunaweza fanya example. You have a brief about him. So muuze.
Bana. He's a good friend of mine. Taki aende bana. You will be left without anyone to direct the shows.
But voiceover artist, ambayo umesema hapa hivi the tone ambao the speed, where does speed comes in?
Like I said, it depends on the mood. Kama ni hard sell, unaona ile mashamba unaweza kuwa umepatiwa 20 seconds for radio, uuze shamba 5 in different places in the country. You can't start speaking the way I was speaking that. You have to panga them like unazipanga vizuri, unazisort haraka.
So you have to write for yourself the script while you're doing this.
It depends. Client anaweza kuja ako na script yake ama wewe uko na yako. So ama client anakuja ako na idea, nakwambia mimi nauzanga tu shamba hata sijui nitaanza wapi. So you help them. Mostly I talk to my clients on a very personal level, just to understand them, not as a voice artist, to understand what they're selling and why exactly, and what is their target market. Sometimes you'll meet clients who just want voiceovers for the sake. As in, who just want voiceovers to, kama kuna client alikuja akaniambia, it is my kid's birthday. I need you to do something for them. So nikasikiza idea yake, nikaona voiceover is not good. I referred them to a friend and they made them a nice video, a nice montage, just showcasing vile amegrow pole nini. And the client was more satisfied than me just putting my voice there. I have a very manly voice, so to say. So first of all, aka katoi ni kadogo ni kadem, and it's just a mismatch of roles. If I was to sell you a beauty product size, if I was selling you mafuta ya uso, alafu I come speaking to you like the voice of God, you definitely not buy it. But if I get someone with your voice to sell a beauty product to a woman, it will appeal to them because they feel it is personalized. So first you understand you understand your script, your product, and your audience. So kama audience yako na product na script zina fit, why not?
What about vernacular? Have you done a vernacular adverts?
Vernacular ndio nilianza hata. We have worked with, your director seems to be coming across sana kwa hii story. Napita sana kwa hii story yetu. But because we've worked na yeye before, I used to do vernacular for another TV station. It might be competition, so I won't mention. I have done vernacular. I'm Kikuyu, so I have done vernacular. I usually do it. Unajua wanasemanga ikifika ni masaa ya pesa tutaongea hata Kikamba. So I've done vernacular before. It was a thrilling experience. Alafu being in a TV station where all these people are really good at it. They're really good na hiyo vernacular. it was a learning experience for me. So yeah, it's vernacular is not the easiest of languages because you realize there's dialects, there's words that you can say and then they mean something else. So it's not been the easiest, but it's something I do once in a while. But nafasi nafanya once in a while. I speak good street Kikuyu, but ikifika kwa voiceovers, because it is mass production inaenda kwa watu wengi, you don't just speak like that.
You have to be perfect.
You have to be somewhere perfect.
Wama tunakuandikia script ya Kikuyu ndio tunakupatia.
Unaniandikia script na unanibrief, unaniambia hii inasemwa hivi na hii inasemwa hivi. Because most times ukimizata ile kakofia, you see that the vowels za Kikuyu zinakuwa na kakofia mahali fulani.
Yeah.
If you miss that, it means something totally different. So vernacular is something I'm exploring for me, saizi. I think it's one of the most thrilling experiences I've had in my voiceover career. For me, I do English and Swahili comfortably without a struggle. Like English, I can do it at I'm joining Melala. Swahili is something I'm also learning. Because pia Swahili iko structure yake. Pia the way you speak in Swahili, there are some words that you want to deliver in a certain way. There are some words that for you to appeal, you have to say them in a certain way. So I'm still learning from people in the industry and pia from my friends who are Swahili speakers, native Swahili speakers. But vernacular, I think ndio mahali pali penye naweza sema sijafika bado. I'm still
apart from Kikuyu, kuna any other vernacular language ambayo unajua?
Hapana. I don't have any other language. But I don't have. Sitaki kusema kitu alafu nijifunze. Kitu nitafuta tutashow niambie nifanye French. Yeah, so Kikuyu, I think Kikuyu is my only vernacular language. I do English, Swahili and Kikuyu.
So tusikupatie German na French na Spanish.
Hizo ndio najifunza bado pole.
Mtazamaji, if you're watching me and you have also questions ambayo utauliza, anacha nifike pale hivi kwenye Facebook. I check what you guys are telling us pale hivi kwenye mitandao, na tunaanza na Facebook page ya Mamlaka TV whereby I'm seeing watu ambao wamefika pale wanatuambia nini. We have a quite number of people ambao wako wamefika pale, and also if you are joining us again for the first time and haujui hapa ni wapi, hapa ni Mamlaka TV where we are talking about vocal techniques. Tuko na Jemo Luanga anasema love it kaka RTV. Itimu Maina anasema keep it up Raymond. Gilbert anasema I trusted Ray from day one. He has delivered my brand. Tuko na Leonine Perotina anasema Mzee Raymond, I read you. And all kuna pia other comments ambazo ndakuwa nakupatia in a few bits. If also you're watching me on other social media platforms, tafadhali pia comment pale hivyo. I have worked with Ray all the way from Mombasa and he has delivered 100% of our content to my clients. Tunaona pale hivyo mafans wako wamefika pale and they are saying you have delivered. You have not under-delivered. But where do we see Ray in 5 years to come now?
I'll be the biggest thing in this industry. 5 years hata ni moja.
Asa, tuweke 2 years.
Give me 1.
1 year, okay. 1 year. 1 year after 1 year tunakuja hapa. Unajua tuko on air.
Sana nipatie hata 2 years. Nipatie 2 years kwa sababu unajua mambo ya uchumi na nini.
Sawa, after 2 years tutakuja hapa.
Hata 5 years. I'm constantly pushing myself every day. Every single day. Saizi I'm working on a few things with a huge media outlet in Kenya. I won't mention it again because it is competition. But big things are coming. Big things are coming. Yeah.
Yes.
In matters voiceovers. I'm also looking to get into the film industry. Maybe lend out my voice to. I've done dubbing before. Dubbing ile yenye unasikia languages. The film iko in a certain language and I just translate it to something else. So I'm getting into that as well. I've done TV and radio before. So that for me is something I'm stepping on and stepping up. Yeah, so film will be the debut for me. Maybe this or next year. And yeah.
How will you advise the young people ambao wanakuwatch na they want to get into this same career?
Practice, passion, talent.
Just 3 words.
Hizo hakuna story nyingine. Hakuna story nyingine.
Tusiende kufast.
Nobody will wake you up to do a voiceover. Unless you are known and you have clients who want voiceovers from you. Kama una get into the industry, lazima tujitume. Alafu pia the power of social media. Put yourself out there. My TikToks are easy. In fact, that guy from Mombasa, it's good that he commented. He actually found me on TikTok, and we have worked. He was having a radio station and a launch, so we've worked with him on so many things. In fact, hata kuna some messages zake, I'm going to answer them, Gilbert. Kuna messages zake alinitumia jana jioni sijajibu. I'm going to answer them. So put yourself out there. Leverage on the power of social media. We have seen people get jobs from just whistling on TikTok. We've seen people get jobs from just ule jamaa anasimamanga kwa street anachukua selfie video na watu wenye wanapanga line ya kwenda kwa basi. Social media has a lot of potential. My TikTok personally has contributed to like, I'd say 70% of the revenue I've made in the last 3 or 4 months. So put yourself out there. Leverage on the power of websites, kama Voice Crafters, Voice Bunny, voiceless.com, voice123.com, freelancer.com. There's so many of them, and there are clients who are daily people looking for clients, looking for voiceovers on a daily basis. Yani mtu anaingia tu, hata ukiingia pale usearch voiceovers online, the list is endless. People are looking for your voice. If you're out there and you really want to get into voiceovers, people are looking for your voice. So you better get into it. Practice, so that mimi nikiangalia voiceovers zangu sasa hivi penye zilikuwa in like 3-4 years ago. Hata saa ingine I don't even listen to them. Huwa naweka kidogo hivi nikisikia nimeanza kuongea natoa tu because I feel embarrassed. But it is a learning process. Everybody needs to get through that place ndio una advance at least. So yeah, practice, passion, talent, and of course hard work. Hard work is non-negotiable. Even for anybody, hata si voice artist. Hard work is just non-negotiable. And then leverage on the power of social media. Yeah.
Power of social media, which is helping each and every one of you. Have you umefika point ambayo una monetize your content pale social media?
Not yet, because you see, this is not content like I'd not say monetize, not directly. Let me say indirectly, because if I do a voiceover and I put it up on TikTok, someone will see and say I want the same. So I tell them, this is my rate. What is your budget? And we hapana niko na ido ama ni sawa hiyo iko sawa tufanye. So indirectly I've been able to monetize my content. Directly, not yet. I can say I'm being paid for my views. No. I'm not sure that is a route I should take, but maybe for tutorials. Maybe tutorials hapa na pale alafu watu ukiwatch I get some money. But currently indirectly, not directly. Yes.
So where can we get Mr. Raymond when we want a voiceover? Tutampata wapi?
My DMs are open, wide open. You can slide in there. I'm on Facebook, Muthe Raymond. I'm on Instagram at Muthe_Raymond. On TikTok at Muthe_Raymond. Twitter at Muthe_Raymond. And my phone number is Kotwapo. You can just get it and call me. Give me a call. Hata kama unataka kusikia nikiongea in real life, just call me.
Hapo kwa kusema kupigia, tutakupigia.
Yeah, my DMs are open, and if you go to my Instagram, there's a link that will send you to all my profiles. Voice Bunny. Hizo sites zote nimemention here. I joined those sites in 2017.
2017.
Yes, and I got my first job in what, 2020?
Since 2017. Mpaka 2020.
As in, na unajua nilikuwa naeka hizo vitu. So that's why I'm telling you the power of social media. And you see, when you market yourself, people at least know you exist. From at least wanajua una exist, even though they don't want to work with you or not. If they want to work with you or not, that's not up to you. But at least they know you exist. So yeah, I'm on social media, Muthe_Raymond everywhere. And my accounts are verified, by the way. Usiende kutafuta mtu mwingine kuwe con. My accounts, they have a blue tick. So just go text me, I'll reply.
Na hata before nikurelease ndaomba tu you take us for a short break.
Mnaenda break ya long. Ngoja nipike.
But also if you're watching us on Facebook, natumai kwamba mmeweza kufikisha ujumbe wenyu katika Mr. Raymond, and also if you're also watching me on Mamlaka Television, Pang 146. This is Mamlaka Breakfast coming to you live from Nakuru City from 8 a.m. all the way mpaka saa hizi. We are still live na bado tunaongelea vocal techniques, na pia uko pale hivyo unatazama na ungetaka kujoin career ya Raymond, It's very simple. Amekupatia mashauri. Get yourself a very good. Uko na mentor kwanza before nikuachilie.
Yes, I have a mentor right now currently who I met just not even that is just 2 months and we met, but he's really helping me through this voiceover things. But globally, I look up to the likes of Morgan Freeman, Don LaFontaine. These are people who have done, unasikia mtu voice over 5,000 movie trailers. Big movies, your movies are ovyo too. 5,000 movie trailers. So these are people I look up to. Yeah, locally, who would I say locally? Ray Mutai. You wouldn't know them because you only hear their voices. But Ray Mutai, of course, there's Johnson Mokazi, that's quite popular. And so many other people who I've been able to meet through the industry. Yeah, so those are the people I look up to. Currently, there's a guy called Nyosh Gadu. He works with another media house. I won't mention it again. But he's currently the guy I'm looking up to because I'm from the Mambaya Radio production. It's a constant learning process for me. So Nyosh Gadu is my mentor right now. Yeah, that's basically it.
Naona tukikuita tufanyie voiceover ya harusi. Tuko na harusi. Unaweza fanya voiceover ya harusi?
Kama mko nayo tunafanya tu. Mbona tusifanye?
Kwanza Rorashio tuko na kazi hapa hivi. But sasa ulikuwa tupeleke kwa break. Yes, take us for a break.
Sawa. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Mamlaka Television with the amazing Grace, Jerry, and of course, Raymond. We're taking a short break. Don't go too far.
Sana umefika mwisho, umekosa tumaini, umelia sana, umengoja sana.
Siku ya leo, and today Simi nafanya vitabu. I have someone to help me do the books and I'll be taking you to Mr. Raymond. Afanye vitabu zetu za siku ya leo.
Hao watu wameniambush but ni sawa. So what do we have here? Begin with this one. No, let me begin with this one. Battles from Birth. Oh, they're all from the same author.
No, these three are from the same author.
Awesome. This is Battles from Birth by Pastor Benson Nganga. It's the one I was told to sell on air. So this one is it's actually a life-transforming revelation. Goes for 500 bob, right?
Yes.
What is this book about? Because it's ready. There's another one, Oil of a Family Deliverer, by Benson Nganga. Oh, actually, okay. Benson Nganga is the one who calls the shots up. He's the director of Mamlaka TV. He has written a couple of books. So this is another title, Oil of a Family Deliverer. What do they talk about? Not just if
you want to become a family deliverer, if your family is facing certain problems, if you're a firstborn, this is a book.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Kuna ma-firstborns wengi sana. Wenye wako huko nje wenye the responsibility is on them.
Yes.
And then there's this one here. How much is this one?
500.
500. Okay.
Yes, 500.
So Battles from Birth goes for 500 by Benson Nganga. Oil of a Family Deliverer, Benson Nganga goes for 500 as well. Denied Celebration, an inspired, thought-provoking book that reveals the strategies that are necessary to overcome denied celebration. Wow. Your life should be a display of God's splendor, and it should be celebrated. That's powerful. Your life should be a display of God's splendor, and it should be celebrated. It's called Denied Celebration by Reverend Benson Nganga.
For those that have never been celebrated, tunajua you're dealing with the self-esteem issues, you're dealing with the inside problems, muko na ma feelings, muko na ma attitudes, na muko na moods. This is your book. Goes only for 500 Kenyan shillings.
Pia hii ni 500 shillings.
Yes.
Oh.
500 peke yake.
They're all from the same author.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now the small book written by Stephen Moasia, Empowered in Salvation, is the last book ambaye nakuuzia mtazamaji, goes only for 300 Kenyan shillings, and is written by a young man who is a born-again Christian and a highly devoted Christian who loves doing God's work and a member of Chosen Generation Church Nakuru. 300 peke yake na chipo. Achana na kwenda kwa pizza. 300 peke yake ni pesa kidogo tu. Pesa kidogo. You can use the numbers below your screens, 0700 899 or 0721 899. If you're watching me and you like to order these books and uko outside Nakuru, it's just simple. Nitembelee pale hivyo kwenye mitandao na nitaweza kukupatia kitabu ambayo unataka at a very affordable price. Kama unataka zote, kuna discount price ambayo nitakuwa naweza kukupatia.